ready for some comedy? Please put your hands together. Welcome to the stage. It's me, Geraldine Hickey. Just a lesbian with a backpack. Sup, fuckers? I bought my backpack. It's just just got my drink bottle. Gin. There, that's it. I'll start. So my wife and I, yeah, got married. Very excited. Don't worry, I'll tell you about it later. Don't worry. But my wife and I, but I love saying wife, by the way. Big fan of wife. Yeah. My wife's not home at the moment. Have you met my wife? That's not her. That's my drink bottle. But you know, it's fun saying wife. You know, my wife, because it was always partner. You know, before. And partner's great. You know, it's fine. But partner, sometimes it created confusion. Yeah, because I always considered partner. That was a word that belonged to the quiz. Yeah, like that was ours. Happy to share it now. So we have marriage equality, but before that, it could be confusing, you know, like, because it just meant that if I just met you and you told me you had a partner, gay. That's, like, you could be the blokiest bloke and be like, oh, g'day, Geraldine, g'day, yeah, nice to meet you, terrific stuff, yeah, good on you. What do? I am an AFL football player and my partner, oh my God, gay! How exciting! The first one, woo! Even if you're talking about business, yeah? Oh, you got a business partner, righto. Oh yeah, you own a cafe. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so you make the coffee, and your partner sells prints and handmade soap. That's gay. Anyway, so my wife, Cath is my wife's name. Cath and I, we recently bought a house. I know, it's pretty exciting. It's actually our third property. Yeah. What's the vibe on that? I mean, because you read about that. Like, if you're reading an article, like, couple buys their third property, it's like, oh, I don't want to know about it. Yeah? But it's me. Early on when I was writing this, I said to an audience, I said, can I get away with it? And this woman in the front just went, no. I went, how come? And she went, you're too smug. And I went, oh, okay. I can't believe we've only got 3 properties. There was one I was doing it. And when I said, what's the vibe on that? It was in Adelaide, and this woman in the second row just went, capitalist pig dog! Yeah. It shocked her, yeah? She went, capitalist pig dog? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I went, oh, don't be. Capitalist pig dog, that is, oh, I love that, yeah? Put that on a T-shirt. Sell them, make some more money. If it makes you feel any different at all 3 properties combined are not enough to buy a house here. But I had to sell one of our properties so I could rent here for the week. Anyway, we bought a house out out in the Latrobe Valley in Melbourne, like an hour and a half outside of Melbourne, because Cath got a job out that way. So we bought a house out there. And also we've got like a little apartment in Melbourne, which I use quite a bit because, well, it turns out there's not a lot of gigs happening an hour and a half outside of Melbourne. So go from one to the other all the time. And also, we've got a beach house. I mean, we could have sold that, but we're not idiots. So it means I'm constantly going one to the other, like using them all the time, going one to the other. You know, that's why I've got my backpack, always on the go, always getting around. You know, and it means like when people ask me where do you live, I go, down south, Victoria, yeah, down there, yeah. Just, you know, but I'm always on the go. Like, I'm shit at packing. I'm so bad at packing. Like, it has this once. I was in Melbourne. I went for 3 nights. I took 3 bags and a coffee grinder. Like, what am I doing? So silly. I'm the type of person that likes to like pack everything, but still forgets something. Yeah. Is it just out of curiosity? Is anyone here good at packing? Straight up. You are confident. I have a theory that it's the confident ones. They are good. They are good packers. Please don't let me down on this. But what is your secret to good packing?
I pack 3 days in advance.
Okay, yeah, we're already on board. Master is right here. 3 days in advance, yep.
And I pack for both of us.
Yes, very smart. Congratulations. You married a good one. And any other hot tips?
Yeah, so in my car, at any given time, I have enough to disappear for the weekend, swimmers, clothes, everything. So that's
I love that your idea of being prepared is to have dogs in the car. I'm ready to go whenever. Yes, that's what I need. That's what I need. I need all my wardrobe in my car. I'll tell you, the other thing that happens when I ask who's a good packer, normally it's the confident one, the masters, always a master, bang, straight up. Then there's the ones that they're pretty good, but they know they're not masters, but it's the ones with them that go, this one. And their secret is just, I roll my clothes and I put my socks in my shoes. We all know that. I've had a couple of masters. Here's some hot tips. Like, there's times where I've asked and I go, the confident ones, I go, one of them I was like, what's your secret? And she just mentioned Ziploc bags and a filing system. Boom. Amazing. The best one that I had, though, was in the UK, and this woman, she just stood up. No hands up, just stood up. And then I went, oh, yeah, what's your secret? And she just held up her bag. It was a little tote bag. Held up a tote bag, and she went, I'm here for 4 nights, and everything I need is in this bag. Right? Amazing, right? And then she just took a bow, right? Because obviously everyone was like, oh, that's amazing. And she went, I know. I was like, that's incredible. I've got to see what's in the bag. Like, show me what's in the bag. It was just a bottle of champagne. What? A legend. So, I'm shit at packing though. Like I wish I planned for the like I've got my little bathers thing, and then I'll leave it behind, or it'll be somewhere where I don't want it to be. Like I just always think, and it does I hate it when I forget. So I hate because I'm not the one that's organised, right? I'm not the organised one. Like I'm the happy to go with the flow. But when I do plan to do something and I don't have what I need for that activity, just the end of the... I'll give you an example. Not too long ago, I had to go to the beach house. And... we had friends that were going to use it, so I was just going down to get everything set up for them, right? So make the beds clean, that kind of thing. And as I was driving, on my way down though, I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll take this opportunity, because I'm going to be down at the beach. I'll take this opportunity, and I'll go for a surf. Yeah. When I say surf, I do mean boogie boarding, because it's just easier, and. Because I bought a boogie board in between one of our lockdowns, and I would take it out every day, be out in the surf. And after about 2 months, I did eventually catch a wave and was like, oh yes! So now I love it, right? Any chance I get to go out for a little shred, I'm out a little bit, I love it. So I was, very. So I was like, yeah. But it was great because, as I drove down, I took a little detour to the beach, right? So I'll go and have a look. Go and have a look at the waves. Yeah, had a look out, and I went, oh, hello. There's some good waves out there. I actually don't know what good waves are, but I was just like, oh, there's some waves out there. Sick. Perfect though, because it gave me the motivation to get done what I needed to get done, and so I went to the house, got everything organised and stuff really quick, and then I got my togs on or swimming costume, if you will. I love that. I love swimming costume. Oh no, leave the clown costume there. I'm going to go with the swimming costume today, and then. Got my weddy and my towel and stuff, and then I went down to the shed where we keep the boogie boards, and I did not have the right key. Thank you for that response, because it does make me feel justified in crying for 4 days. I was so upset because I just wanted to go boogie board, and Cath had given me the wrong set of keys. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. I should have communicated. I should have communicated with her better about what I wanted to do. Yeah? Because they say that's the secret to a successful relationship. They say it's communication. Nah. It's time apart. Yeah. Why do you think we've got 3 properties? It's time apart, but also having your own set of interests and hobbies, yeah, and passions and stuff. So from Victoria, so we had a bit of time over the last couple of years to pursue hobbies. I really got into bird watching and bird photography. Any twitchers in the house? Go on here. Anyone else? What, you're a twitcher? Yeah. Oh, 2. Oh no. Yeah. What? Oh, we'll go with you, gentlemen, at the front. What's your favourite bird? Oh, good. That's a perfect answer from a twitcher. It's I don't know, because they're all great. No, which one? Which is your favourite? Oh, the Rosella. With the crimson or the eastern or the yellow? All of them, yeah. Perfect. I love it. And I don't know if have you heard the term sparkbird? Anyone heard the term sparkbird? No, probably. So sparkbird, that's the bird that gets you into birding. Sparks your interest. So people have asked me that. They go, "Whoa, what's your spark bird?" I'm like, "Oh, toucan Sam." So no, I'm a big fan of the raptors. Yeah, I love a raptor. So raptors, they're the birds of prey. So just think, eagles and falcons, and hawks and owls. Not the tawny frogmouth though. It's all right. It's all right. I know some of you just went, oh, but I love the tawny frogmouth. Love the tawny. It's a good-looking bird, yeah? You take a photo of a tawny frogmouth, put that on Instagram, 100 likes, easy, yeah? 30 followers, don't worry about it, hashtag it, algorithm will pick that up, right? I'm saying not the tawny frog mouth, because the tawny frog mouth is not an owl. Yeah? A lot of people think it's an owl. It's not, you'd know that, it's a nightjar, yeah? It's not an owl. Because to be an owl, you need talons, yeah? That's what makes it a raptor, talons. So just think, clever girl. But me, I'm the clever girl for knowing that and telling you all. I got into bird photography because I had a camera, and but I had this camera and it had on it what could only be described as an aggressive-sized zoom lens, right? So this thing would just be like, I'm like, this is great for taking photos of people a long way away. But that is weird, right? So I'm not going to do it. But I was just sitting in my backyard one day and I saw there was a little bird in the tree, and I zoomed in and I took a photo of it, and then I looked at it and went, I wonder what kind of bird that is, right? And so I looked it up. I had my bird book out and I looked at it. That's a white brow finch. And now birds are like my Pokemon. And I've got to catch them all, yeah? It's exciting when you get a new bird, don't you? There's a Pokemon fan here. I don't know, what is it the Pokemon or the birds? What's more, you can't breathe. No, we got it. Mm-hmm. So, it's exciting when you get a new bird, like one that you've never seen before. They call that a lifer. Oh, I've got a lifer today. I've got a lifer, because it's the first time I've ever seen that bird in my life. So, love it, yeah. One of the best lifers that I got was last year, and I got up really early one morning because I knew it was going to be a beautiful day, and I thought I'd go down to this one particular spot by the water and get photos of the sunrise, and I knew it was going to be a nice clear day. And also early in the morning, that is, I don't know if you realise this, but that is a good time for birds. They love it, yeah. Getting worms and stuff. Anyway, so I got up and went down to this one particular place near one of my properties, and so we were down, and I'd been there for about 20 minutes, and it was a beautiful, amazing sunrise. I was getting photos of that and birds and stuff around, and then I'd been there for about 20 minutes, and then two of my birding friends rocked up. I didn't even know they were going to be there. They just were there. They just rocked up. We do other stuff besides birding, but it was just very exciting. They came. I was like, "Oh, good morning, nice to see you," and we were chatting and stuff. And then 5 minutes later, another birding friend rocked up. That's all of them now. And but he comes over and he goes, "Oh, hello. Are you here for the parrots?" And I went, "What?" And he goes, "There's orange-bellied parrots here." Does anyone know OBPs? Anyone? Do you know about the OBP? No, I'll fill you in. Don't worry. That's why I was excited. So the orange-bellied parrot, right? It's a tiny little bird, slightly bigger than a budgie, and it's got like a patch of orange feathers here on its belly. It doesn't do that. I would if I had a patch of orange feathers here. Just. So it's slightly bigger than a budgie. There is less than 50 of these birds left in the wild. It's actually one of the world's rarest birds, and it's quite possible that it could go extinct within our lifetime. However, there is a breeding program, and the breeding program's going really well. We saw some from the breeding program. Shut up, still exciting. And so they hang out, during the winter months, they hang out in Victoria and parts of South Australia along the coastline, like they hang out in the marshes. That's where they like to hang out, and they eat. They might chat to each other while they do that. How's it going? Pretty good. And then when they're ready, they fly to Tasmania. Fly all the way to tiny little bird, flies all the way to Tasmania, and then it gets a route, which... If you're not Australian, that means having sex. No, if you're not Australian, that means mating, yeah? So, but if an Australian comes up to you and says, want a root, you tell them whatever you want the answer to be. And so flies all the Tasmania, and so it's getting the roots. Don't worry about that. That's happening, yeah? It's getting the roots. And but the decline in numbers is mostly due to a loss of habitat. But also there are some wind farms, that are put in the wrong spot, which is because we love a wind farm. Well, we love a wind farm, but I don't know what the answer is. Maybe put a bell on it or something. I don't know. Just. So the morning that we saw 3 orange-bellied parrots that morning, so exciting. And we were there watching them for ages, like taking lots of photos and stuff. And then at one stage my friend turns to me and he goes, "Oh, by the way, you can't tell anyone about this." Okay, sorry. I can tell you now, that's fine. But at the time, I can't tell you where it was, because people find out. Basically, I couldn't say anything at the time because the chooches find out, then they all come in and flood the area, and then it might scare them off. So I had to couldn't tell anyone. And I said, "Oh yeah, no problem." But it was a huge problem, right? Because up until that point, I had no thoughts whatsoever of telling anybody. Until he said, "You can't tell anyone." And then all of a sudden, I had to fight every urge in my being to keep my mouth shut. Yeah, I could, and it was like, it reminded me of this kid that I saw once, right? Many years ago, I was in a shopping centre and there was a magician in the shopping centre doing a show, right? Just a free show for the kids, right? And so he had all these kids sitting down the front on their little chairs and stuff. And he went, "All right, kids, I've got to get set up for my next trick, okay? But while I'm getting set up, you have to stay in your seats, okay? Can you guys stay in your seats?" And they went, "Yes." And he goes, "Nah. Kids, it's really important, okay? You've got to stay in your seats. Are you going to stay in your seats? Yes! Are you going to stay in your seats? Yes!" And then he walked over to his CD player and he hit play on Gangnam Style. Yep. The kids, all as one, just went straight up. And then they remembered, "Oh no, we've got to stay in our seats." And they went straight back down. And then they just shook. One kid broke. He just went, "I can't handle it!" Oh. Couldn't even do it properly. And I was that kid. Do you know, the morning that I saw the orange-bellied parrot, I broke. Like that night, I had a gig and I broke. And I didn't tell the audience, it's fine, but I was backstage and I was talking to one of the other comics and I was like, "Do you know about the orange-bellied parrot?" And she went, "No." And I went, "Okay, so it's a tiny little bit like bigger than a budgie. It's got a little batch of ones, less than 50 left in the yard." And they flied it down. And this morning, I saw 3, but you can't tell anybody. And she went, "Yeah, no problem." If someone had have come up to me, like when I was in high school, and said, "Later in life you're going to be into birds," I would have been, "No, I'm Catholic." my wife's hobby, Cath, the hobby that she got into is carriage driving. Few questions, yep. What is carriage driving? Unless you've seen like the latest season of The Crown, might not be across it. Yeah, so carriage driving, it's a horse and cart. Yeah, just so like basically like instead of putting a saddle on a horse, you put a harness on it, and you attach that to something with wheels. Yeah, doesn't have to be a horse, mind you. You can use like a donkey or a pony or a mule. Do you know how they make a mule? Do you know how a mule's made? It's when a donkey and a pony just... I'm pretty sure. I have never fact-checked that, but whatever. So it's just... It's easier on the bum, yeah? So imagine, like, sitting in a saddle or... but, like, just nice padded seats. Why? I did ask her that, yes. Why? And she went, why not? And I went, a few reasons. Like, first of all, you need a horse, and we don't have any. Okay, that's a lie. We've got 3 properties. Of course we've got horses. Yeah? 2 horses and a pony, to be exact, is what we've got. There's Missy, and that was Cath's first ever horse that she bought many years ago. Missy's actually now retired, and so she just lives out in a paddock with her mates, just eating as much grass as she wants, because she doesn't have to worry about her weight anymore. I mean, she's a horse, she's never had to worry about her weight. But Cath doesn't ride her anymore, so Cath doesn't have to worry about her weight. Missy's white. And then there's Lassie. Lassie's our pony, and Lassie, she's quite young at the moment, so she just likes to hang out with her mates in the paddock, and just loves the wind in her mane, like big. Ooh. Loves that. Also loves the water. So sometimes if you can't find her, you just have a look in the dam, and there she'll be, neck deep like a hippo, but still with the wind in her mane. Just. And then there's Victor. And Victor, he's the one that does the carriage driving, and Victor technically does belong to my mother-in-law, Morag. Great name. Great person, yeah? So Morag got Victor for her 65th birthday, and Cath bought Victor from the sale yards, because Victor was actually a failed harness racer, and slow trots equals dog chops. So he got sent to the sale yards, and but it's great because Cath got a really good price on him, like, you know, because the dog food people were there, and they were like, "Oh no, you can have this one. There's heaps more. We'll get the rest." So, I know. Think about that next time you go. Oh, over $1 each way on. I don't know how to put a bet on, and so Cath saved Victor, right, and so went home to her mum, and she went, "Happy birthday, Mum. I know you've never ridden a horse before, but I got you one. And I thought that you could learn how to ride, and then when you're ready, we could go on a 6-week trek up the National Trail from Healesville to Canberra." And Morag said, "Oh, yes, sounds great." You know how you get mothers and daughters that are like best friends? Like they're really good friends? Like Cath and Morag are like that, except instead of one of them going, "Let's go get our nails done," they'll go, "Let's go to Mongolia and drink yak's milk," yeah? They love an adventure. They're up for it, you know. So they spent months and months and months of preparation and training and planning. Morag learnt how to ride a horse before all that, and then they went into the planning and training and preparation, and then they did it. They went on this trek, yeah? They almost made it. No, they put in an amazing... They were away for like over a month, and they made it across the border, like into New South Wales and like in Snowy Mountains region. And then Missy and Victor got taken by brumbies. Okay, that's a lie. However, it was a genuine threat. And we should absolutely cull the Brumbies. Yeah. Yeah, shoot them. Shoot them right between the eyes. That's the humane way to do it, yeah? I know some people are very protective. Oh, no, we've got to protect the Brumbies. We've got to protect them. They're legends of Australia. We've got to protect the man from Snowy River. That's a movie from 40 years ago. What? They fought in the war. What? Not that one. Yeah? That one and all its mates have turned this pristine creek into a muddy swamp. Bang, bang, bang. Any questions? I know, who'd have thought the thing that I would be most passionate about is shooting feral horses, but here we are. So Cath joined a carriage driving club. Where do you find them? Just on Facebook. It's a carriage driving club, and so they go out once a month. They go out into the bush. They go camping, and then they coon around on their horse and carts. Cath says it's like four-wheel driving, but with a horse and cart. And Cath's carriage she's got a modified carriage, and so she's got motorcycle wheels on her, so she can go real fast. Yeah, it's proper white knuckle stuff. I imagine. I don't go. That's your see ya. You have a good time. Yeah. Although, when she first started doing it, I helped train Victor, in the early stages and stuff. And so she's been. At the time, after she'd been doing it for about a year, we had friends that came to visit us, and they had a 1-year-old, and she went, "Oh, how about I'll take you all for a drive on the carriage? We'll go for a little carriage drive, yeah?" And they went, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." And so they went out for the afternoon. They came back a couple of hours later, and I went, "Oh, how was it? Was it great? How was it?" And they went, "Oh my gosh, we had the best time. It was so much fun." I'm like, "Oh, that's so good. You're so lucky," yeah, because I've never had a go on the carriage. And Cath turns to me and goes, "You've never shown any interest in wanting to ride on the carriage." And I'm like, "Oh, babe, everyone wants to go on the carriage, yeah? Unless someone comes up to you and says, 'I fucking hate carriages,' they want to have a go, I reckon. I've seen Cath, drive down, with Victor, and I've seen her drive down one of the streets of one of our towns, and... But there's this one street where it's like the main street. So it's just there's a river on one side, there's a track that goes along the river, and then on the other side of the road, it's just like a post office, the general store, a cafe, mitre tent, and the pub, right? And I've seen her drive down this path and oblivious to the people coming out and looking at her, right? There was one day I was there and I saw this guy came out of the pub, lights a cigarette, looks up, oh no, it's still the 21st century. Then he puts his cigarette down, he goes back into the pub, comes out with 10 more people, and they're all... The whole time, Cath, just like that. It's like she's got the blinkers on, yeah? I'm like, "Babe, you're like Santa and you don't even realise it." Amazing. I helped train Victor. I said that I did help train Victor in the early stages, and because there was one day where Victor, all of a sudden, we don't know why, but he just got spooked by the carriage. All of a sudden, he just didn't want to be anywhere near the carriage. Yeah, so just be like, "No, I hate the carriage." No, right? So Cath would, have him tied up. We'd do this training session, so she'd have him tied up and just be like, "Shh, shh, it's okay, shh," right? Just keep him there while I would get the carriage, just walk past him going, "It's all right, Victor." And then Cath would be like, "I think it's like the noise that it makes, so like make the chains rattle around and stuff." I'm like, "All right." "It's all right, Victor. It's not going to hurt you. Look." It's like, babe, what part of me doing that makes you think that I don't want to have a fucking go? So we got married. Woo! Here's a question. How many people do you think is too many people to have at your wedding? Too many guests? 500? Correct. Yes. Thank you. Anyone else? 85. Yeah. Okay. How many packing master? How many? 120. Is that how many you had at your wedding? Yeah, that's a good. We had, no, the packing master, not you. No, do you remember early on in the show when we discussed... I'm going to go. Anyway. We had 230 of our nearest and dearest. Yeah, it's a lot, I know. We invited 380. I know, I can't... When the RSVPs were coming in, we were just like, please say no, please say no, please say no. It's a lot of people, I know. But here's the thing, we both come from big families, yeah? And we both get along really well with our extended families, so we wanted to include them. So cousins, aunts, uncles, cousins' kids, nieces, nephews, all of it, right? And also, we did fight pretty hard for the right to get married. So we wanted to party, yeah? That's what we told everyone anyway. But really, it was because Cath saw a tarot card reader. Cath saw a tarot card reader in Byron Bay. And she went, "Oh, so you're getting married?" She went, "Yeah." And she says, "You're going to have a big wedding?" And she goes, "Oh, we're still planning." She goes, "Sorry, it has to be big because your community needs it." I went, "Oh." What's our community? Like, I'll bring my birding mates. You bring your carriage driving mates. That's like 10 people right there, and then we'll build from that. So, we got married at home, so it made it easier to, accommodate the beach house, obviously, and so it just made it easier to accommodate lots of people. And Cath did pretty much all of the planning and organising of this wedding, but that is her jam. Yeah, she's very good at organising things. Like over the course of the weekend of the wedding, I cannot tell you the amount of times that I would hear her go, "If only they'd read the email." I didn't know there was an email. Yeah, right. How's this? We had a recovery breakfast, and so Cath was wearing like these cute little pair of overalls, right? And then we get to the breakfast, and someone else is wearing overalls, and she went, "Oh, hello." Somebody read the email and knew that it was a dungaree-themed recovery breakfast. Also, Cath is a wedding celebrant as well. So, she factors in things that people quite often forget when they're planning a wedding. Things like, I don't know, that's why she organised it. But early on in the planning stages, I did ask her, I said, "Do you know what song you're going to walk down the aisle to?" Because I hadn't thought of one. I'm like, "Do you know what song you're going to walk down the aisle to?" And she went, "Well, first of all, there's no aisle, yeah? I'll be walking out my front door because this house is mine until we're married. So on the night of the wedding, you have to stay elsewhere, right? I'll be walking out my front door, around the veranda, into the backyard, and you can meet me there. You get there whatever way you want. Right? And I went, okay. Yeah. But what song are you going to do that to? And she went, I said, yeah, but do you know what song you're going to do that to? And she went, yeah. And I went, what? And she went, and she told me the song, and I was like, oh, I don't know that song. And then she played it for me, and I was like, oh. The song was Promise Me from Anne of Green Gables. Yeah, it's a song that Diana walked down the aisle to, right? And she chose that song because she knew there would be one, maybe two people out of the hundreds that were there that would go, oh, that's from Anne of Green Gables. And then she'd clock them and go, yep. That was it. She just wanted an in-joke with one random person in the... Yep. Love it. So good. I had jobs, don't worry about that. I got jobs. She gave me jobs to do. I helped. I had 3 jobs. And first one, job number 1, mow the lawns. I love it. I love mowing lawns. Oh, it's so good. So we live next door to a reserve and there's a fire break right next to our fence line. You guys familiar with a fire break, across what a fire break is? If you're not, a fire break, so basically, there's bush and then there's a big bit of cleared land. And then, so basically, if there's a fire comes through, then it can have a bit of a break before continuing on. It's a great joke, I know. It's so fire trucks can get through, right? So it's clear for the fire trucks to get through. So Parks Victoria, they look after keeping that clear, right? So basically, it's clear most of the time. They just come in once a year and mow it, right? So once a year they come in, mow that lawn. But it was getting. We thought we'd utilise that space, and we'll put some chairs and stuff out there, and we'll have drinks out there. It's perfect. All that space. So, and the grass was getting. It was just getting a bit high, and I'll make it come. I'll mow the lawns, right? So I went to my neighbour, and because he has a ride-on lawnmower that he lets us use. It's great. So he gets it out for me, and he gives me the keys, and I sit on it, and I go to start it, but it won't start. And he goes, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Everything. And he goes, no, it looks everything's fine. Just jump off, let me have a go. He sits on it, it starts. Just starts. And he goes, oh, it's working fine. Here, you have another go. And I sit on it again, won't start. And he just went, I don't think you're heavy enough. Thanks, I've been running. And he said, oh, right, this is what we'll do, right? You jump off, and he sat on it, and he started it, and then he just held the seat down. Slid out, held it down, and then I slid in. Still going. Yay! It was perfect. So, and he went, just don't stall it, and you're going to have to keep going until you're done. And I was like, no problem, right? So I went out, and it started up and down, straight line, beautiful straight lines, just perfect, up and down. Although 5 minutes in, it started to piss down with rain, right? I was not prepared for that. I've got I'm wearing a white T-shirt, it's no good. And I'm squinting through the road because I can't stop, I've got to get it done. Get it up and down. But I got it all done. It looked so good. I took the lawnmower back. I went back inside, and I'm standing there at the window, just admiring my work, when Parks Vic came round the corner with their tractor. I was out there in 2 seconds. I'm like, I've done it! I've done it! And they were like, did you do it? I'm like, yes! And they went, this is great. I went, thanks. You could do it down the other end. Right. So mow the lawns, tick, done. Nailed my job, first job done. Second job, we was find a way to get the kids involved, right? So we had kids coming to the wedding, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to be involved in the ceremony if that's what they wanted, right? So I had to find a way of doing that. Now, I don't know if anyone in the room grew up Catholic at all. Yep, I'll find you. Hang on. Here I am, Lord, it is I, Lord, I have heard you. Oh, shit. It's weird, isn't it? It's still there. I saw one night... I had this couple sitting down the front one night, and she started belting it out, and her partner was just like, where did this come from? I had no idea. Anyway, so there's a few of you, obviously. So I don't know if you remember, but growing up, the best way to get kids involved in Mass was to give them... There was a thing called Prayers of the Faithful. I think it might be called something else now, but basically it would be like, kids lined up, and they'd all get their little bit of paper, and they'd come up to the microphone and go, "We pray for all the sick people around the world, and we hope that they get better soon. Lord, hear us." Just a terrific call and response, right? So I was like, I want that. I want like a, something like that. So I went, well, I didn't want prayers. We didn't need the Lord involved, right? So I wrote I called them shout-outs, yeah? So it'd be like a shout-out to the people that travelled a long way, a shout-out to the people that helped, organise things, and and then at the end of that, they'd go, "Can I kick it?" Yes. Call and response. So get the kids involved. Job number 2, tick, right? Job number 3, get dressed. Hard work, right? Okay, here's the thing. Like, I love weddings. Big fan of weddings. I love going to weddings. I love getting married. I love it when you're just walking through the park and you just come across a wedding in the wild. How fun's that? Just like, ooh. Congratulations. I love shows about weddings and movies and stuff about weddings. Like, and shows. Say Yes to the Dress. Love it. Big fan of Say Yes to the Dress. People know it. Do you know? Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta, the best one, obviously. I can't relate, but love it. Yeah. So if you don't know, Say Yes to the Dress. Basically, it's a bride will come into a bridal shop to find a wedding dress. Right? She'll come to the bridal shop with her entourage. Entourage can consist of anyone from just like maybe just one person, like might be a best mate, or to like there's 50 of them. Right? Just the whole entourage, right? And sometimes the groom comes. Whoa, yeah. But it's fun when the groom's there. They go, "Uh-oh, there's a fox in the hen house." So the bride will come in with an entourage and they'll start and goes, "I'm getting married next spring and I've always dreamed of a sweetheart mermaid." Like, I don't know, I tune out, right? But because the fun stuff is when, they start looking at the dresses and the bride, she'll find, "Oh, this one, right?" And then she'll go, everyone, the entourage will go and sit down and wait for it. She'll go and try it on. She'll walk out to the entourage. "What do you think?" And the entourage will go, "Oh, I don't know about that." So there'll be one person in the entourage, though, who knows her better than anybody else. Usually your best mate, knows her better. And she goes, "I know what looks good on you. Come on, babe, let's go together. We'll look at some stuff together. You've got to get your tits out. You've got to get something. You've got great tits. You want to get them out. It's your wedding. Come on." Blah. And then, she'll go, "Oh, this one. Oh, I don't know, this one, right?" So she'll Best mate will go back. Bride, back. Try the next one on. What do you think of this one? And the entourage will be like, oh, I don't know about this one. It's really good. But the best mate, she goes, that's beautiful! That's the best one! And then, the shop people, they'll be like, okay, well, you like that part of that dress? You like that part of that dress? Have a look at this one. It's got all of it. And so she'll try on this last one, but as soon as she puts this one on, she knows. Like, it's the one, right? So she'll get... And the entourage, they'll go, oh, yeah, it's all right. I like the first one, man. You like the first one? This is when, the shoppers, they'll go, I think we need to jack her up. Yeah? Jack her up. And jack her up just means they pop a veil on her. Yeah? They just give her maybe some earrings or something, but they'll pop the veil on and then she'll turn around and the entourage will go, oh my God, you're a bride! Oh, it's beautiful, I love it, it's over! And then they'll go to the bride, what do you say? She goes, I say yes to the dress! Love it. Oh, love it. Cannot relate. The idea of going to try on wedding dresses is one of the most trauma-inducing things I can think of, yeah? I can't tell you the amount of times that I would go to, a department store with my mum, right? And she'd be like, when I was a teenager, she'd be like, just try it on. Just try it. This is a beautiful blouse. And you don't know what it looks like until you try it on. And I would believe her, yeah? I'd be like, she's right. I don't know what it's like until I try it on. Maybe this is the one blouse in the entire world that will look good and feel good on me. I'm going to give it a go, right? But as soon as I put it on, as soon as it comes on, it's like, oh, no. No. I'm like, what? It's her sleeves here or not? Like, where does that go? Is it down or is it up here? It's like, and then it's like, it's tighter and then it's a tent out here. And it's scratching, and I walk out, and Mum will be like, "Oh, we can put a safety pin in there. That'll be all right." Oh, no, no thanks. I was never going to wear a dress for my wedding. Yeah, like me in a dress. It's a bit like remember when they put E.T. in a dress? It's like that. So I wanted a suit, right? I was going to get a suit made, and I wanted a wedding suit, yeah. Like there's wedding dresses you wear. That's for your wedding. It's your wedding dress, yeah. You could wear it again, sure. You could wear it again next Saturday night, but chances are people are going to go, "Is that your wedding dress?" But you don't get that with a suit, yeah? But I wanted that. So thankfully I found a tailor and they do customised embroidery on their suits. And so we had like a consultation talking about, just about some of your favourite, plants, animals, places that mean something to you, things like that. So I've got some birds. Got some pink galahs with cocktails, because fun. And I had I had grapevines down the side, some wine, and then on the back though, I wanted something that represented Cath and I as a couple, but I couldn't think of what to put there, and I wanted to ask Cath for advice, but the problem was that we were keeping it a secret from each other about what we were wearing. Yeah, she knew I was wearing a suit because she knows me, and I knew that she was making her dress because, of course, she was making her dress. I say that like you know her, but people that do know her are like, yeah, of course she made a dress, right? So I had to find a way of asking her without giving it away, right? But I came up with it and I said, oh, hey, if someone was going to do a work of art that represented us as a couple, what do you think that might be? And she went, oh, an eagle driving a carriage, of course. It's pretty good. So that's what I got. Amazing. Oh my God, getting a tailored suit though, oh, that is a game changer. That's so, because you don't have to try it on. I mean, you do eventually, but you go in and they measure you, so you're like, oh, how's it going? Yeah, pretty good, thanks. Yeah, oh, hello. and then you go away and then, you come back a couple of weeks later or whatever and they go, put that on. And you're like, all right. Oh. This. Oh, what? That's my shoulder. That's my shoulder right there, and the suit. It's not out here. What? Oh, I don't have to roll. That's. Oh, it does up. I say, you beaut to the suit. So, job number 3, get dressed. Tick. Nailed it. Did all my jobs. Thanks very much. So I'll give you a few highlights of the wedding. The wedding was great, thank you. And because we asked people there, like on the night and stuff, and the next day, it was like, what are your highlights? Tell us about your favourite top. One of them was, just before the ceremony was about to begin, Cath, full makeup, hair's done, shorts and T-shirt, out the front door going, you can't park there! Get off! Right. It's great. People love that. I wasn't there for that, obviously, as I had to be elsewhere. But I can imagine that's fun. And we had flower girls, and when I say flower girls, I do mean adult queers. So we had 3 flower girls. We had I don't know if you know them, but maybe not. Maybe you do. Kyron Wheatley, Reese Nicholson, and Nath Valvo were our flower girls. Kyron nailed it. He came out first, big smile on his face, tossing rose petals in the air. Woo, set the atmosphere, knew where to be, what time, off he goes, right? Nath came pretty good to begin with, tossing, and then he stopped to have a bit of a gossip with one of the guests. And so Reese just came up behind and pushed him in the back and just went, get going. And then they just slammed petals onto the ground. People loved that. It was very funny. So I wasn't there for that either, obviously, I just heard. But yeah, I was still elsewhere. And, at the recovery breakfast, there was a snake. I know, it was so cool, a big tiger snake came out. Obviously, yeah, people got a bit of a fright, it came out from the bushes, and people were like, ah! And the snake, it got a fright as well, yeah? It was like, oh, shit, and then went back into the bush, and then after a while it was like, actually guys, I do need to get across there, so I'm coming out. Stay where you are. So cool. I imagine. I wasn't there for that either. I was up getting the coffee, and I actually missed out on all the highlights of my wedding. Every time someone mentioned a highlight, I was like, wasn't there for that. And the biggest one, though, was the one that everyone talked about, because we'd give, what's your top 3? Then everyone's top 3 was our wedding singer. Our wedding singer was a cabaret star that we love and adore, Tina Del Twist, right? Yeah, a few fans. she'll get more. So Tina was our wedding singer, and so people would be like, oh, my highlight was, Tina, she was amazing. So she came out, she sang in a couple of songs, so we knew it was all about to begin, and then she sang a song, and Cath came out. I don't know what song it was, but there was a couple of people that recognised it, and so that was fun for them. And then she came out in the backyard, but it was Geraldine. Oh my God, Geraldine, it was your song. Your song was the absolute highlight. It was so good. Your song was the best, right? Now, I'll tell you what my song is in a minute, but first of all, I will fill you in with the details of how I arrived at my wedding, right? So, I started at the top of the fire break, yeah? Does anyone want to take a guess of how I arrived at my wedding? Carriage, boom, mower, no. But good guess, because I throw you off of the fire break, yeah? Just set up, got ya. Came on the back of a horse and carriage, right? Victor was pulling the carriage, and Victor, oh my God, he looked so good, right? Because he had his hair braided, he had flowers, and it was all done up. He looked so good. The only time Cath cried the entire day was when she saw Victor, right? So Victor was pulling the carriage. On the carriage, I had my mate, Suze was driving. Now, Suze is very much a horse person, yeah? Been around horses, knows about horses, but has only driven a couple of times, right? But she's pretty confident. But Cath was like, do you know what? I'll get one of my carriage driving mates just to be around, just in case anything goes wrong. She goes, oh, yeah, that's a good idea, right? So she's like, but she's good, right? So I had Suze, and then next to her I had my mum, and then I had my two best women. I had Nicolette Minster and Celia Bacola were my best women. Got those names. And then just me standing on the back. Right. Now, we got the notification that Promise Me has been done. Cath is in the backyard. We're good to go, right? So I'm like, okay, we're going to go. So we start. Now, the plan was Victor was going to trot. Yeah? He was going to trot, right? So we got the notification, let's go. So we start, right? And Victor, he does one trot. He does one. It's like he's gone, it's now, yeah? We're going now, yeah? We're going to do it now. Yeah, we're going now, right? Which made carriage driving mate go, oh, he's nervous. Just let him walk. Just let him walk. So Victor walked, and so what should have taken us a minute took us about 5, which meant that Tina had to add a few extra verses to the song that I had chosen. What song did I choose? She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. I had my own highlights. Don't worry about that. Like it was, I had my highlights, and I thought I will end the show on sharing with you my highlight of the wedding. My highlight was one of the shout outs that I'd written that my nephew read out, and it was just a really unexpected, beautiful moment, and so like I'll read that out to you, and that'll be the end of the show. No. It'll be in my backpack, don't worry. Thanks for coming, by the way. You get that when you do a show there. And maybe it's in here. Oh no, this is original prints that I'm selling after the show. It's $10 and you get 5 prints. That's the orange-bellied parrot. I am seriously selling these. I've been at the end of shows. Oh, you really sell? Yes. $10 cash, and or there's a pay ID, and I'll be there. And also before I get there, Cath will be selling them. So if you want to meet my wife, sorry, my business partner will be selling. So that's that, and oh, hang on, I think it's in here. I'll put it on. It does that? But I don't...
Oh, it's stuck.
No. All right, so, what's that? Jack her up. This was my mother's wedding veil. So she gave it to me to wear at my wedding, and she hasn't asked for it back yet. So whatever. All right, so I'm going to read this note. This is the shout out. My highlight was this shout out that my nephew read out, but I'll do it now. And I don't know why I'm looking down there. I've got everything packed up, ready to go. So I'm going to read this out, and then I'll go and I'll meet you at the back. And remember how to end it? I'm just going to get this back. Oh, no, I'll leave it there for... It's good. Okay, here we go. A shout out to all the queers, to the ones we know and love, and to the ones we'll never meet, but whose journey through life and the struggles they stood and faced means that this celebration could be happening today. A shout out to the allies, to everyone that fought, argued, protested, educated and informed people to vote yes. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Thanks very much.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. Coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. And I think she's meant to be here. Yes, I think she's meant to truly gonna come. Yes, I think she's meant to be here. She's already meant to be here. Yes, I really think she's gonna come. I think she's gonna come. Yes, I saw her there this morning, I'm sure she'll come. Yes, I'm sure she'll truly be here. I'm sure